Alright, we got paired. Let's do another Sicilian. The board is a little bit scuffed, I think. That should be fine. So, e6 Sicilian. My opponent plays the open one. Let's accept. Should we give another queen another try? Let's give it another try. Why not? So, the fun lines are here. These are the kind of... They're probably very normal looking Sicilians. And then there's probably the really sharp ones, where the pawn is soft and very, very poisoned. But let's see what our opponent is gonna do. This is always a nice moment where you move this move, nobody ever seen it. And then they go for a think tank. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is a little, I mean, it's probably fine, but you know, probably where the knight wants to go. So this, we got this again, and then again we do the mostly variation. I tried to play queen c7. Let's take it back. Not really, but like we already got what we wanted. We got the knight out of the central square again. It's not horrible on b3, but it's not also the best. And we wasted 2 moves to do it. My last opponent, I think, oh, the g3 stuff. Could go for the pawn. They'll probably go there anyways. Could also instantly go for them, just to put the bishop to b7. Because after I let this happen, then it becomes a lot harder to do. So I have to watch out for e5s. We probably can do it and play knight c6 if this happens. Or even take it and then do it. What else? Well, of course, g3 always kind of invites this ramming down the h-pawn stuff. I think I'll put the bishop there anyways, though. And if this now happens, or c4, then you have to play a6 eventually, and it's then very likely to go into some kind of a hedgehog. I mean, I guess c4 is not likely to happen when they have played this one, because the c4 pawn is not gonna have a support here, so assume something like this, and then maybe knight goes here, and then a6 to stop jumps around here. I mean, I feel like it's a decent hedgehog. We prevented the c4, which always clamps down on the breaks. Hedgehoggy breaks. They're very hard to do and time correctly. Definitely not an expert, even though I do tend to play it from time to time. So our bishops are ready to jump. Alright, so I think we should stop this so we don't end up having to take with the bishop here, and then your dark squares are a huge mess. So a6, and if they play bishop f4, I think I'll do d6. Of course, e5 is also possible. Oh, sorry. Said play a6, and then I'm almost gonna mouse flip bishop b7 anyways. Yeah, a6 looks fine. There's also stuff like this now after going for b6, but I think we're always time to play one of the knights to d7, where it covers the b7, or blocks c5. Probably don't need to do it instantly, but might as well, I think. This is not coming yet because it drops with check. Alright, let's just put that guy there. Then we have the proper hedgehog with all the spikes. Alright, so how are we going to set things up? You have to always, in these things, to be a little careful with the e5s. Probably not yet, because this hits the rook here, but like if you go knight here and they sneakily, for instance, play the rook e1, and then you play bishop e7 or something, then e5, and then you take here and they take here, and suddenly have a piece hanging here and piece hanging here, and that's not good. D6 to set things. I don't think I've ever gonna pull off d5, so I might as well play d6. Only this downside, it blocks then a bishop coming here, but I don't think I'm going there anyways. Or here, because chop chop. And this is not really a threat, I think. Like this is my most valuable MVP. Of course we could go here. And then play d6 against e5, so they go, we chop it. Or start with d6 and just don't develop at all. Yeah, who needs development? And you can move pawns. Rook e1 of course also sets up things with the knight here. But I usually am not really preparing where to put the knight to c6. And the good part is that this guy is not here, so we don't have to watch out for these guys. I'm sorry, I babble about nonsense. Knight here, bishop here. Assume the move is one of those. This, or that. Knight f6, e5. I can just take. Bishop takes, queen takes, rook takes. Seems fine. Maybe bishop here. I don't know, block this. I don't know if the bishop would have gone to g5. I was going to say that we maybe make it harder for them to develop, but I feel like the bishop is going to go here anyways. Of course, he could go here and bait me to play the e5. Trying to make this weaker. Alright, instead they go for stuff on this side. I said I'm not gonna play this, but I might. But then we have to actually worry a little bit about them. Actually, no, since I blocked this, I can put this guy here. Because this chop is not a check. It might still be good. I feel like I don't want to allow a5, and definitely don't want to play b5 and make a huge hole on b5. This feels wrong though, but I'm gonna do it. One extra downside, of course, it also blocks them. This, so that this. I mean, I don't have to do e5 ever, but now it's really bad because the knight jumps here. And we can't even take it. This often happens. I feel like often, well, sometimes like somehow feel like my normal knight maneuvers are like knight d7, knight c5, and this guy comes to d7 eventually to defend the b6 if needed, if they put some pressure on there. I guess it's not that likely to happen now that they played a4. And now we have this covering this, so e5 is less likely to happen. Can take it either way. Have this blocked. This does not work because the rocks were defended nicely. Alrighty, so is he ever threatening to push there e5? Because I say no. I definitely don't want to play e5. Like I said, we don't want this guy here. If e5, I'll just take it. Of course, they could like take here, but I assumed we take here and then this is just devastating diagonal for me. I don't know, maybe there's some funny business here, but I don't think so. Like, of course, the knight is attacked. There's a pawn here. Maybe they'll pin this stuff here, but and have this normal coming here and here possible, but I just don't buy it. And maybe we just stick the knight here and try to block the e-file anyways, like a bang, 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 bang. I probably could also go for the pawn. I also sometimes just stick the knight there, so we get the doubled pawn, but then the knight, these squares are ours by the doubled pawn. Of course, that always gives the white the extra pawn on the queen side, 3 versus 2. Which can be a little problem. Like, this is exactly the moment I sometimes just stick the knight there. Another option would be to go knight d7. Just pile up on this, because I assume this is some kind of a threat now. Takes, 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 takes. I mean, doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. So I think we could just castle. Is there any point of some kind of a sneak peek here and fork? They take here and then there. I mean, maybe, but I like this move a lot. Takes away a pressure on this, or the defense of a5 though. So maybe if like takes a5, b5. Our bishop becomes really strong when they lose the dark squared bishop. I think I'll just stick it there and be happy. I mean, this was, I think, part pretty good too, or at least good. Or maybe castles was also good. And by good, I mean playable. Now, none of these moves are actually going to win the game or give me any advantage. Just try to take away their play. And then we try to avoid anybody coming. Like the knight can't really get there easily. I assume taking is really wrong. Oh, the knight is going, I mean, it's covering these, which is good. Yeah, this is going on. I think I'm gonna just castle. He might be going here, but I don't think that's any problems either. I'll just castle. Why not? I mean, maybe he wants to take and go for a queen trade and then play like there's some weaknesses in my camp. Maybe I should avoid the queen trade. Then again, we already have the bishop pair there. And after the knight always can come here and defend everybody. How to continue? I don't know, like rooks somewhere. I mean, this could go here just to... But I don't have to do anything about it. I can take it, but I don't have to. Like maybe they could go here and play for f4, or here and play for f4, or... I don't think that's too great. Maybe I could also go here. Try to go for the bishop. I mean, some random move or h3, rook here. Maybe even a5 and, you know, some kind of idea that you sack it and then come back. I guess I could always, again, go past it. So he did go bishop e3. I mean, we could go for the bishop. Like I said, if he goes here, I'll play e5 and then take. I do lose the grip on here though. We have it covered kind of nicely, but still. Or go here, maybe he goes back, then we go here. Maybe he goes there, we go here. And then I have to deal with all the, like, what if he attacks the knight in between. I feel like it's worth the trouble. Worth the trouble. Oh, wait. Let's just make sure we don't end up in the e5 territory somehow, like here, h6, e5. Then again, I guess we can just take it and then take it. Like I don't have to worry about, I don't have to actually take here ever, as long as this is defended. If they go like for this one, just take the bishop. They go for the queen here. I think I'll take. But maybe you can also just again sidestep the king, queen. An option. So I guess this is the dodgiest one, like if they go here first, e5, come back. I mean, of course, if he goes here, I can always repeat. But do I want to draw? Meh, probably not. So I'm probably gonna play e5. I mean, maybe I repeat once and then play e5. But let's calculate e5. Knight bishop comes here, then h6. My knight is trapped. We need to kill the bishop. Maybe he goes here and then we are in a little bit of a dilemma there with the knight, because do you really want to play g5 in there? Especially with your knight kind of trapped there. That is probably good. I have the pawns here and here, so the knight can't go anywhere. We could, well, like not lose by playing knight f6, chop, chop, and have a square here, but that looks quite disgusting. Alright, so this instead. We could chop here. Oh, I was thinking of this one, but yeah, then I lose the control of this square. So if I want to avoid the queen trade, we have to go there. And then we have to be really careful we don't end up in that thing I have been talking about all day where they played this move. And then now my bishop is hanging here without the queen. And if I take here, they take here instead, hitting my bishop. And this guy is also there, takeable. So like here, can take there at least I can take with the knight and hit the queen, and we're golden. Or if I go for this chop, chop, we have the bishop pair. But is that so golden there? Chop, 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 chop. Knight here eventually. Is the bishop pair so strong there? I'm not sure. But maybe I'll go here. This guy goes somewhere. I could maybe take and then go. Oh, but no, there's two guys hitting this, so I can't go instantly here. I don't know if this is any good. I'll just go for it. I can take with the rook or the knight, but the knight is maybe coming there anyways. I have to get out of this. One of those Sicilian Scheveningen / hedgehog tactics. Wherever you have the bishop here. And there is a bishop here. Alright, so this is hit. I mean, I could go here, but this takes away this and defends this, so seems like a no-brainer to me. Then I realized that, dude, can't see like two moves ahead. Like I'm completely oblivious to the fact that the knight going there blocks the freaking d file. Unbelievable. So freaking stupid. Now I'm completely busted again. Rick-a-doodle-doo, I say. Rick-a-doodle-doo. I don't know if we have any tricks around here. Trick of sorts. Like this kind of things, like I didn't, like it's over. I calculated this stuff earlier and then when it came, I just moved this without much thought. But maybe if I don't have this, then it's gonna be a problem anyways. Like how else I'm gonna defend this guy there. So probably the queen there, was just a complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. So... is there ever any kind of nonsense taking and forking? Assume not, since they just take and take and take and take. Like here, here, sorry, here, here, here. I don't know, probably either way is good enough. I'll go here. Oh my god, that's the worst move I did. Like, maybe it's fine, but like a... now they have an option of taking and going here. Too. Also, in addition to taking either way there and there. Like all of these are good. Maybe I save myself to not completely lost with this, and it's probably bad, but maybe you can... like there's gonna be an double E pawn. Like maybe you can... I mean, I also have a double E pawn. I mean, it's bad probably, but not too resignable yet. Oi, 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 oi. My calculations are... they're not even one move deep. I mean, they might be one move deep, but the one move is calculated wrong. My hope, of course, is it does something like takes, fork. Alright, so now you have to go here, otherwise you just let me off the hook completely. So assume this is gonna happen. I have to go here. And then we try to... oh, wait, this is not good. My friend, this is not good. Now I think we're completely fine suddenly. I mean, it might start to be better soon. Yeah, they should have definitely taken here and just gone for this, because this seems pretty good. I have the bishops and then pawns cover a lot of ground around here. I think I'll go here. And then take. Seems forced. That's so weird, like I'm completely busted and then my opponent lets me off the hook. And now I feel like we have an advantage. I mean, yeah, the bishops are bishops. If you know what I mean. Bishops are bishops. That is deep. So the knight is kind of stuck, so they should probably defend the pawn, but then this comes a little weaker. So we could almost like go for this here. Here, takes, goes for fork. I can't come back because the knight covers this. It's also hanging. This looks like a safe bet too. Just bring the king to cover the squares around here. Against any potential rook lifts. The moment then the bishops are doing God's work here. Bang bang. Keep the rook away from me. Guess he kind of could play f4 now that he unpinned the f-pawn. I did not consider that did that too. We could go there anyways. Like this kind of thing would be very dreamy, like having a bishop here. So f4 here, knight here, maybe I'll take, maybe this happens. That's a lot of arrows, sorry. I wish like they're decent because you see them easily. But sometimes they are so thick that you drop your arrows and then it looks like a huge mess around here. So we could go here. Not sure what that does. I mean, maybe someday, but I don't really see what the bishop does there. Maybe it's just a move. Okay, not only covering these, but maybe I'll defend these squares so the bishop could drop back if needed. Trying to clear the c file a little bit, put some pressure on the knight, and then maybe this guy too. Of course, we have the problem, of course, that we have the doubled pawn. And even though they're nice because they cover squares. Knight can't go here, go anywhere. Rook can't go anywhere, knight can't go here. But they're still doubled, and like even if, let's say, I win up one pawn and everybody on this side gets traded off, then we end up with the 5 versus 4 on this side with one of them doubled. Is that going to be a win? It's going to be at least make it a lot harder. I mean, I guess we could try something like this chop, 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 but then the knight gets in, so probably not. Knight here, queen here. It's not the world, the end of the world stuff, but... Alrighty-o. He stops this anyways. I'm not sure it was my plan, but it could have been a plan of undoubling. There's some funny line in like here, 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 here. We could go for this one in a sense that if you take here, we have a checkmate here. But it's just a silly move because it don't really lead anywhere. Unless... Bishop a1, rook takes here. Oh, shoot. I should probably hurry up. I mean, of course I could maybe go on this side too. Nah. Okay, I'll clear the c file a little bit first. My bishop is not doing much here. And now the problem is that I guess he could play b3 now. I don't like these moves, they seem waste of time. So now if I go here or here, let's go on this side. With the idea of just like, if this goes here, I'll actually take and let him take here because we're on this pawn. And I undouble my pawns, and also we're even on this guy here. Now we're definitely threatening this. And that. And that. So that was way too fast from my opponent. I think they should have done the b3 or knight e2. b3, well, knight e2 would have still dropped the pawn here. So b3. So take. Or take. Or take. Everybody's hanging. Probably not b2 because of the reasons. I could take here, they take here, but that gives him counterplay. I'd rather take this guy. Let him take here, and then take here. Like maybe, but I have an extra pawn on this side. That gives me hope. That gives me hope. Should we give a random check so the king is centralized? Or are we unhappy that the king is centralized? I think I'll push there. Guess he could go for this pawn. I mean, I win this one, but the rook's behind the pawn instantly. Well, I don't like that at all. Here I'm decently happy with... Or should we get a b-pawn? This is a check. Go for this guy. They have to play f4. B-pawn would give me better chances of winning, right? Because flank pawns are flank pawns. Forget about it, I'll just do it. And they can't definitely go here because of this stuff here, so... I'll just go here. I don't know how great this is to force the f-pawn forward. Like I feel like the king is gonna be a little weaker, but so what? I might push this guy instantly after f4. Oh wait, there's bishop f1. Then there's rook e1. Let's push. And also I can come defend here. He's not really getting behind me. Alright, so a4, rook b6, a3. Rook takes. Check. King f2, a2. How good is that? Let's play a4. Okay, still this happens here. a3 takes. Check. Or I guess I could play a2 too. Maybe that's better. If they go under the pawn, I think I'll do it. Go here. Gonna zigzag here if he keeps checking me. Now we are also kind of threatening to take here, but I assume he can't really do much about it. If he goes here, I'll just do it then. Oh, shoot. He's a genius of sorts. He's getting under it this way. I'll go here, threatening to go here, and still the bishop can't come help, so I think I'm still good. Not sure where I should be going with the king though. That one I don't like. But maybe that was losing also. But now if he goes under it, I'll just check and promote. I guess it's still hard work to win, since everybody's on the same side. But we'll try. So check, promote, pre-move, because then get some time on the clock. I don't know. I'll do it this way, so not all my pawns end up in light squares, where I have no real breaks anywhere. Alright, so let's go here for a second, just to keep this guy away from my ponies. Then maybe drive the... maybe I'll try to play for a break here. I do love to keep 2 pawns, not 1. Like this and this. Alright, I don't like that move at all. Now I get my... I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's Maybelline. Well, that's not good at all. Now I win this pawn by force. They had to come with the king. And now it should be really easy. He made it too easy. If he somehow tried to hold on and tried to... let's see. Go to analysis. Like around here. Computer gives me 1.486 question mark. He wanted to put the pawns on the light squares like this. But I was thinking that I have no break here. And it's a bit annoying, like the bishop could someday come here and here and here. I assume that my win is somewhere like I have to bring the king around here and then harass him with the rook. I mean, probably can do it somehow like without allowing the counterplays ever. Probably. And we can always come here if we need to and like try to push them, but these were probably been harder. But here I was just thinking that like you just do stuff. Like maybe king here or something, and then I don't know how great this is, but this might even almost win. Oh yeah, sorry. Of course he doesn't go there if I do it instantly. Then he comes back. So maybe I have to do stuff like this to stop this, and then F6, F5 maybe. I don't know how it goes. Idea is to go here and here and... Oh, is there any kind of study-like stuff around here? Guess I can here move the rook and free this king. I assume we win by some kind of a... stuff like this. Okay, I was just like, it's the most beautiful draw, but it's not. But yeah, we have to be careful with them. Just thinking bishop. I guess he could go here in a way that I take it's a stalemate. I guess we still go here and for this pawn. Yeah. Alright, so let's look at from the beginning. I just got excited about the ending. Queen is happens if g3. Kinda rare, but you see it sometimes. Most players play the bishop here or the knight here. Or c4, right? Happens. Alright, so this has been played. Still the most common is knight f6. And d6, just normal looking Sicilian stuff. Bishop e7. Computer says, no, don't do b6. Wonder what's so horrible about it. We're following a bunch of games. d6. Then white has tried everything. f4, queen here, rook here, bishop e3. Alright, so both games have gone with knight f6. I mean, I felt like it's this doesn't really matter which way I go. This is not a problem yet. Because we just take it. I guess here we could also maybe just take this too. If the bishop is not here yet attacked. Knight f6, oh fine, fine. Even this computer likes. What was my other option? Knight d7. Does it like that one? Actually likes it too. Knight b1. I assume they want to play b4 and then go maybe back. Rook c8. No, c3. Maybe there's already some holes around here. Like this guy starts to become real monster. It's a c3. Idea. Alright. Well, this would have been okay. I played the knight here, which is okay. Knight there. Castles. Bishop here. Even this is fine. This is fine. Even this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. But how are we supposed to defend this? This is not fine. But I kind of blanked out on this, that I block the defense and have problems to d6. So computer just wants to play rook a b8 here. And if we take, they chop here instead. Bang. No forks. a5. Chop, chop. d5. Oh, bang. Don't fall into this drop, even though this is probably okay too in the end. Yeah, this would probably visual out unless the a-pawn becomes a problem. Oh, suddenly we are lost. I have to be really careful. Rook e8 is accurate move, or may have to make a luft. Rook d8 is not good. Rook d6, h5 luft, and then go for the counterplay here. And if they defend here, g6, and I assume then we go under the pawn. Well, that's not so great. We have to first kick this away from here, and then do this. And they cannot go here without allowing this to happen. Like this is a mate, and there that this type of perp here. Apparently nothing more than a perp. Oh, that's funny that you have that's losing move. You have to let me have this with check. And get the rooks like this, and then they're not so great. I mean, I assume this is the thing we are gonna have to keep repeating. But if you straight up go here, then we go here, and what's the difference? Rook c2, king comes here. Now it's just repeating. What's the idea? Like this is a draw. Here. Okay, randomly just push this. Rook, oh. Yeah, we wanna have this. Now there's no way to stop this. So they have to do something else here. Rook b2, king d1. Then we just rook bf2. How do you win it? Rook here. Then we go after this guy. So easy. Again, it's gonna repeat stuff here. Stupid. Very hard to analyze with the stockfish nowadays. And then we're just gonna win 3 versus 1 or something. The problem is that he can't really get the rook under the pawn in time. We can always swing under it. I guess he can kind of. And then these are too fast. Way too fast. Yep. Alright. Whatever. This was some crazy sideline anyways. This was fine. How about queen d8 I was thinking. Bishop f4. Then we should just come back and be fine. But if I do a5 like I was kind of planning to. Chop. And it's still fine. We lost a little bit of edge, but it's like I have no clue what's going on kind of edge. Alright, so I played here bad, rook d1, and then I blundered with this one. He found the right way here, but then he blinked. Because obviously he has to take here and play this. Like we have a rook on the 7th, jeez. And then you're gonna play. I mean, I assume that we can force the trade if we want to. Like we keep following the rook, so might as well trade it here. Bring the king to cover the file. Rooks need files, and now we have none. And then I don't know. Slowly make a passed pawn here, and somehow try to activate this idiot here. Like maybe king e2 was inaccurate, like it shows king e1 is the best, because then you leave the room for the bishop. Yeah, nice. And there, now both sides have the double pawn that cover a lot of ground. But yeah, I assume eventually I have no hope here. I don't know, I have to bring the king somehow here, but this already attacks the pawn, and if I push the pawn, then the knight can swing around, or the bishop can plant itself on b5. No good. Alright, so he played rook d3 was really bad. Now I'm better because I have the bishops that cover a lot of ground. Computer said play bishop d4 every freaking move. Here. 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 How does this go? Bishop d4, chop, 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 chop. Oh, chop. So when the king went here, it's the worst. Computer says do it. I don't. Computer says do it. I don't. And now they have to play b3, I think, yeah. Cover this. So if I do this, you can maybe go for this. I'll chop, you get at least something back. Rook c1. e5. How is this so good? Oh, I see. Can I take here? f3. Is the rook trapped here? Almost. Can't we trap the rook like f6? Rook h5, h6. Next. Yeah. No. Keeps running around. e5, freeing himself. This was a threat to trap him finally. Well, anyways, if it's not trapped, it's at least all the way on their own side of the world. That was fine. Guess this still was fine enough. I assume that again we can probably take here, because if it takes, we go here and then rook a7. This is not winning. Guessing that maybe bishop here eventually. And he's fine. Disgusting. Alright, so which way does computer take? It likes my check. And then here, fine. This was fine. This was interesting anyways. I was not sure I was supposed to hurry or I just go, but it's fine apparently. I just saw that I can run through, so I went for it. But he was clever here though. Found a way. But then he has to go here, right? Here I was not sure. Does it matter where I let him have few checks? Then go here, I go here, and maybe this like I'm go an unfortunate square. Still fine. I was gonna say that my threat was to go here with check. Now he can take here. So maybe I have to, like here, after this check, we have to go. Computer would go here and says that that's the only winning move. So if I go here, rook c1, I thought this wins. Bishop e4. How did I miss that move? Covering this. Apparently they're still fine here, but so how does king b6 stop that? g6. Okay, let's put the rook there. I guess the king is just gonna walk somewhere. Maybe here, and the bishop can't stay here. Let's go here. in a sense that we can now maybe go here, and this is not a check again. The king just somehow walks here and eats all the pawns, because this guy's cut off. The bishop can't move without check. Alright, I would have probably messed this. I thought this was better than it is. Well, it was good, but not the reasons I thought. I missed a lot of details there. A lot of details. Yeah, this is apparently hopeless. Computer doesn't like that. Annoying. I was, let's say, takes. I was gonna go here, trade this guy off, and then we'd have to remember with, like, can we trade the last pawn, win this and this, like each pawn with the bishop that is wrong color. Like, it would be better if the bishop was on these colors with a flank pawn against the rook. Can't remember anymore. There's probably a video I made about that topic somewhere on the channel. I should probably rewatch it. Yeah, this was definitely not the way to go about it though. Like chop, and then, I don't know, try to hang on around here and see how I do it. Rook g1. Let's say king stays somewhere. h5, idea to go here. And if the king goes to this side, it should be bad too. Rook e1 seems irrelevant. f6, okay, computer trades the right pawns like this was my plan to go for this kind of endgame. Rook e3, king f2, rook a3. Bishop tries to keep us away. Really, it wants to trade this to that. Now it's a draw. So that's not the idea. Instead, it's king f5. Bishop f7. Rook a7. Bishop trapped. Bishop has to go away. We take here and then win with the e-pawn. And this guy's maybe dropping or irrelevant. Just curious how we do it. Assume the king has to eventually move to back rank, and if this goes here, we just go eat it away. Play e5 and stop the bishop from protecting it. So let's say eventually has to go, and then we king e3. Bishop has to go somewhere, and then e4. If you push, you die. Let's say the bishop stays around here. Rook a1 here. King d3, h6, e3. Let him promote. Go here and say Checo. Oh, let's say Checo with the queen. Well, we have an extra rook, so assume it's gonna be a Checo soon. Or Check tomato, or whatever it's called. So there was a good chance I would have flopped this endgame too. Yeah. King moves somewhere, we just chop. I mean, that's gonna happen. It has to go. Yeah. Let's say random move h5. Maybe even this kind of stuff is good enough. Yeah. 3 versus 2. Winning. Alright. Well, we won. Totally undeserved. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.